I thought I should do a video of mine and Denise's new farm, Mooredlynn Farms. It's the front of the house. Come in our driveway. That's us all the way down to the end of the mowed area. Our old pickup NX5, front yard, side of the house. It's our front yard. Our row of grapes, trees, pecan trees, palm tree, one of the back porches. Another back porch, another palm tree. We have a lemon tree and lime tree, fig trees. It's the back of the house. Pear tree. Here's one of our outbuildings. Our little greenhouse. This is eventually going to be a compost pit right here. It's the back of the barn. It's all set up in stalls. Actually, cattle working gear on the side, a squeeze gate. It's our tractor storage shed. It's our car working shed. You can see our grapes all the way out to the end. 4 horse pastures, all fenced off with electric fence. I have not mowed that area yet. This is tractor storage, our chicken coop on the end. Every bit of it needs a little work. So it is a work in progress. Keep our mower hidden back here. There are horse stalls. Kind of nice little stalls. This is everything you can see all the way up to that house. The 2 white posts out there. There's raspberries in between them. I've been cutting a lot of limbs. They're hanging down in the way. I still have quite a few to remove, but I have made a big pile here with Denise's help. This is the upper edge of the pond. Can't really see it yet. I still have a lot of clearing to do to be able to see in there. You can kind of see some of it in there. This is one pen. I'm not sure what they had in there, but it'd probably make a decent hog pen. This is coming up the lane going around the pond. Old trailer, frame for a trailer anyhow. Goes back in quite a ways. This is going to be a fairly long video. You see a lot of the pond here. I'll get to a spot, I'll get out on the dock and do a good picture of the pond. We have a creek that runs through back here. Quite a few down trees. So I have years of work ahead of me, but that's what it's for. Pond is on this side. There's a creek on this side that the pond actually supplies a lot of the water to the creek. The pond is spring fed, so it has its own water coming in from underneath. I do have a dammed off culvert that I can adjust the height of the water. We come up and you still see the creek back in there. The property goes back that way quite a ways. This is our culvert. This is our little dock. A bass just jumped right here. I can see the ring from him. There is a lot of bass and a lot of bluegill in here. I'm trying to find a place that I can buy some grass carp and put in to help eat some of the grass that's growing in here. There's not a lot of it. The pond's good and clean. Beautiful swimming water. There's a turtle had his head up. Usually we come out on the dock and the turtle comes up to the dock. I think the old owner used to feed them. Right now the pond is about 5 foot higher than the creek. I do have quite a bit of water running out of the pond right now into the creek. Right here. So that's ours across the creek for about 100 yards across on the other side of the creek there. These are some little limbs that I cut down that were blocking the road that I haven't cleaned up yet. Lots of firewood to cut up. And it's still walking around the pond. Creek on one side, pond on the other. I'm going to cut off on a trail. It goes back into a spot where I am going to put in a lot of fruit trees. Or not I, we, Denise and I, are going to put in a lot of fruit trees back here and as many beehives as we can put in and produce our own honey and let the bees help us produce fruit. All these pines are ours all the way back in here. We've got to get us a couple four-wheelers. Probably make this video a lot shorter instead of having to walk the whole thing. There's some old rabbit hutches out here. and stuff. This is where I want to put beehives and clear a lot of the area and put fruit trees in here. Clear a lot of these pines and put fruit trees in here. I'm not going to go all the way around the edge of the property, but it does go down this trail here all the way to that big tree, which is about another 80 yards, almost 100 yards. So we'll come down this trail. We do have quite a bit of fencing around so that we can separate when we finally do get some animals. But a lot of it needs repaired too. I haven't seen any deer out here yet, but I can't imagine there not being any. Although we are right in town, so that may deter some of them. But there are huge wild rabbits out here. Some of the biggest wild rabbits I've ever seen. Their poop's as big as elk poop. We do have a golden eagle that hangs out and a few owls. That we see in here regular. There's a lot of clearing left to do. And we're still back just beside the pond, kind of. I'm gonna make a left and then I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. This area right over here is where we eventually want to build our house. I've got some good trails that I've cut through. Be some decent four-wheeling trails. The pond is actually in the shape of a horse's head. Viewed from above. Oh man, the bass are really out today. Should have brought a fishing pole. But here's a pretty good look at the pond. All the way around. And it goes back in this way another couple 100 feet. But this is where I've cut a bunch of limbs down. This is where we want to build our house eventually. Is right here. Make all of this area a nice sandy beach with a little dock, maybe a diving board. Maybe I'm getting too old for a diving board, but the kids and the grandkids will love it. Backtracking here. As you can see the tracks in the grass. I just drove the truck through here recently. Came and picked our kayaks up and brought them and put them in the shed since we're headed home today. And not going to be back for about 2 weeks. We've got everything put up. But the property goes all the way down there, past that shed, back to the right. And then down through here, this is the end of the pond, would be the horse's nose. There's some ancient farm equipment left behind. I have a lot of clearing on the pond to make some decent fishing areas, but it's very easy to fish out of the kayaks. This is our backfield here, the one with the raspberries in it. There's a small row of raspberries in between. Our fence line and the neighbor's fence line is right there. Our property goes straight across. I don't know why there's a row of trees in the middle of it. The previous owner had horses out here. He had a horse training ring right here, which I haven't mowed inside of it. There's a big berm all the way around it, so I can't get my mower in there. I do still have to get a tractor. And then back, we're headed back towards the house. See the row of grapes over there. Our barns, back of the house. Coming on around. I have not gone inside the horse pastures and mowed them yet either. So, not until I get a tractor with a big brush hog. I'm probably going to need a chainsaw to take down the pine trees that are starting to grow. But I do have the chainsaw. We do have two types of grapes that grow in the row of grapes. I don't remember what the names of them are. Denise looked them up. But it is a whiter grape on the end, purple in the middle, and back to the whiter grape here. They are very delicious grapes, I will say that. And there is lots of them. I've picked quite a few already. These are our two pecan trees and a peach tree that's just getting started. And we're back to the house, the back of the carport. Got a few wells. Got one over here, got one right here. And the fresh water that comes out from under the ground, from the underground springs, is delicious and soft water. But here we are, kind of back where we started. Front yard, back of the house. I hope you all enjoyed the tour. Now, let's go through the house one time. So I guess we're not done. Back porch. Living room. Doing a tour. Third beautiful Denise. And her daughter Samantha. Just doing one. Just doing a video. This is the dining room. Everything hardwood ceilings, hardwood floors. We haven't painted yet, still picking the color. We have painted back in this room. This is the spare bedroom. Big closet. Cool ceilings, I love the ceilings. Old style ceiling fan. Hallway, bathroom. Quick glance, it hasn't been painted yet. Got a bit to do in there. And then our master bedroom. Little walk-in closet. Another old style fan. Ceiling fan. Back to the dining room, into the kitchen. Old style cupboards. Good view out the windows. walkaround washroom with a lot of storage. Alright, that is officially the end of the tour. See ya. Hope you enjoyed.